Hi, this is Linda with another Beginning American English, and this is lesson 10. This one actually could be for both beginner and advanced students because my advanced students still have trouble with this. It seems easy, but using it correctly is still a little bit tricky. So I'm going to review this for both my beginning students and my advanced students. Surprise, it is a, an, and the. It sounds simple. A, an, and the are still tricky. So we want to go over those again. Sorry about that, but we need to. A and an introduce a singular noun, one of something, such as a stove with an oven is in most kitchens. Because it starts with a consonant, and because it starts with a vowel. These words mean one and do not refer to a specific noun necessarily. The is used for a particular or specific noun. Whether it is a singular or a plural noun, it doesn't matter. Also, just as an aside, if you really want to be specific, put this, that for a singular noun, or these, those for a plural noun instead of the. But we're going to practice using the in the sentences. The, remember I say the because that's how we pronounce it so much. We pronounce it the when it's before a consonant usually. The restaurants, plural, in the mall, singular, are popular. Okay. When are they necessary? A very general noun may not need any of these. Water flows downhill. I'm referring to all water on the planet. All water flows downhill. So I just say water. I don't need a the or an a or an an. A plural noun may not need any of these, such as elephants walk along this path to get to the river. We know which river it is, so we say the river. And I'm pointing to a particular path. This path, very particular path. And I'm just saying elephants because there may be no elephants right now. Maybe tomorrow, maybe yesterday, maybe later in the day, but not right now. There are no elephants. So I'm not referring to any specific elephants. So I just say elephants walk along this path to get to the river. A singular noun almost always needs one of these or a counting word before that noun. This is the tricky part for most students. They're leaving that out. Here's a sample sentence. A wolf wandered through the forest. I said the forest thinking I'm in the forest. I know which forest, but I don't know which wolf. It's just one, but it could have been any wolf. A wolf wandered through the forest. I could say a forest if I'm telling a story about it. I'm not there. A wolf wandered through a forest. Nobody knows which one. Okay. An eagle, there may be several eagles in the area, but just one of those many eagles. An eagle flew above the lake. I'm thinking I'm standing beside the lake. There's no other lake I can see, so it's this particular lake. Or I can use a counter word, like one squirrel played in the park. If I'm in the park, I know which park, so I would say the park. Use the when a word is special in some way. He walked into a store, general. He walked into the store, specific. I cannot say he walked into store. It's a singular noun. It needs something. She broke a vase, general. She broke the vase. I know which one it was and I'm looking at it. But I cannot say she broke vase because that's a singular noun. It needs something. They broke vases. There's more than one vase, so it's possible just to say they broke vases. They're in a big store. I heard the noise. Oh dear, they broke vases. I'm not talking about which vases. They broke the vases. I see them. I know which vases, so I'm going to say they broke the vases. They broke some vases. I could use a general counter word like some vases. Let me show you a picture to illustrate those I just gave you. Here's a man, and here are some stores. So the man is going to walk into a store. It doesn't matter which one. The man walked into a store. Now, if there's a specific store I'm thinking about, there may be other stores, but I don't care about them. I'm only interested in this store. The man walked into the store. The man walked into a store. The man walked into the store. And about the woman broke a vase. One of many. It doesn't matter which one. The woman broke the vase. If there's only one vase there and she broke it, she broke the vase. Or maybe she's only looking at one vase and she broke the vase. And they broke vases. I can say they broke vases. I can say they broke the vases. Or I could say they broke some vases because there are other vases. They didn't break them all. And that's the idea behind those sentences. Okay, a few more examples. Cars drive fast. That's all cars that we know of drive fast. But I cannot say car drives fast. That's just one car. It needs something. I can say the cars drove slowly down the street. That's specific. If I take the S off, it still needs the car drove slowly down the street because I know which car. If I don't care which car, I could say a car drove slowly down the street. I may notice which car, I may just hear it. A car just drove down the street. But I know the street. So I'm not going to say a street unless I'm telling a story and the street is not even there. These, I'm going to be very specific now, these cars are parked illegally. I'm suggesting that there are many cars, but only some of them, so I'm pointing out specific ones, are parked illegally. A girl and a boy sat on a bench. It doesn't matter who the girl is or who the boy is or which bench. The girl and the boy, these are two people that I'm probably aware of and interested in. The girl and the boy sat on the bench. And there's maybe just one bench, at least if it's that girl and that boy that I'm thinking about specifically, then the bench they sit on is special, so the bench. I would not say girl and boy sat on bench. You need something for girl, you need something for boy, and you need something for bench. A or the, A or the, A or the, something. Girls and boys play in a park. Girls and boys play in the park. Here, I don't know which park. I just know they do that somewhere. But girls and boys play in the park. I know which park I'm talking about. The girls, I know which girls, and the boys, I know which boys play in the park. I know which park. Girls and boys play in park. Need something from park. It's a singular noun. Okay, let's see if we can do that just visually. In the first sentence, cars go fast. Doesn't matter what cars. I don't even have to see the cars. I'm just thinking about cars. Now, the cars go slowly down the street. But I wouldn't, if I'm looking at the cars and I'm telling you what they're doing, I would say the cars. And on these one, all of these cars are parked and I see them parked. But these are parked illegally. In my earlier sentence, these are parked illegally. These are not parked illegally, but they are all parked. The cars are parked. The cars are parked. These cars are parked illegally. So here we have a boy and a girl and a bench. There are other benches. There are other boys and girls. But out of this group of boys and girls, a girl and a boy sit on a bench. I'm not really interested in which girl or which boy. The second time I'm aware of this girl and this boy, it doesn't matter if anyone else is there. I'm only thinking about them. They're special in some way. The girl and the boy sit on the bench. There's no other bench. They sit on the bench. Now we have boys and girls, and we have a playground. In the sentence I gave you, it said, boys and girls play in a park. They're in a park. Boys and girls are playing. Boys and girls play in a park. And I said, boys and girls play in the park because this is the only one and I'm there. But if I'm not there and I don't know which park, I would say boys and girls play in a park, or the boys and the girls play in the park. Here are some sentences that need correcting. Think about it and then we'll check them. Elephants wander around on plain. Plain is a very large grassy area with no trees, or almost no trees. I see baby elephant with its mother. Now, it is a possessive pronoun. If you have a possessive pronoun, you don't need any of these, so don't worry about mother. Lions graze nearby. Lion sees group of zebras. Something needed there. Zebras run away from lion. Lion is about to catch zebras. Zebra suddenly sees lion and runs faster. Zebra escapes and joins herd. Lion returns to pride. Pride is the word for a group of lions, not just the father and mother and cubs, but maybe cousins and aunts and uncles. If it's a family group, it's a big family group, and they live close together, so they're pride. Elephant nearby watched excitement. Zebra is safe, but lion is still hungry. These need something. So this is the corrected version. Now I put elephants. You might have said the elephants, and that's okay if you are watching the elephants and they're important to your attention. But if you just glance over there, elephants. Elephants wander around on the plain. We can't just say on plain, we have to say either the or a. And I chose the, but it could be a plain. I see a baby elephant with its mother. Lions graze nearby. Didn't have to do anything to that one. A lion sees a group of zebras. The zebras. Now we're focusing on it. First we just mentioned them. There's some zebras. Now we're thinking about those zebras, focusing our attention. The zebras run away from the lion. I went from a lion to the lion because now my attention is focused on the lion. The lion is about to catch the zebra. The zebra suddenly sees the lion and runs faster. The zebra escapes and joins the herd. That's the group of zebras. The lion returns to the pride. I could say its pride. I don't have to say the. I could say its. An elephant nearby watched the excitement. It starts with a vowel, so I'm going to say the. The zebra is safe, but the lion is still hungry. I'm going to leave that up there. And I'm going to leave up there the one that didn't have it correct. So if you want to compare by zooming in and looking at it a little bit, you can. Now I'm going to talk about another story. Oh, I wanted to show you some pictures just because I took these pictures when I was in Africa. And the zebra is safe, but the lion is still hungry. I just wanted to show off my pictures. Okay. And the last story, no pictures, just the story. Woman applies for job at nearby business. Business has application form for applicants. Application form asks questions about prior employment. Form also asks questions about education. Job requires college education. It takes an hour or more to answer all questions. Woman took an hour and a half because she really wanted to get job. Last person to turn in application was man. Man and woman both got job. Hooray! Okay, that is not correct. It's missing a lot of words. I'm going to take these down. Now I'm putting that one up there so that you can see what needs to be corrected, and here are the corrections. A woman applies for a job at a nearby business. A woman, because it's the first time I've even met her, I don't know anything about her. A woman applies for a job, we don't know what job, at a nearby business. Doesn't matter which business, somewhere around here. Now I'm focusing on the business. It has my attention. The business has an application form. It has a lot of forms. It has that kind. An application form for applicants. They have it for anyone who comes in the future, in the past. But if I'm just thinking about today's people, I would say the applicants. So it doesn't matter whether I have the or not, because this is plural. The application form. Now I'm paying attention to the form. I'm looking at it. The application form asks a question. There are many questions on the form, but one of the questions, a question about prior employment. That means before now. What did you do before now? The form also asks, there's no reason why that's bolded. That's a mistake. Questions. It asks a lot of questions, and I don't have to say the questions, it's just questions about education. Education is still so vague, I'm not going to put anything in front of it. The job requires a college education. That's singular, and it's more specific than this one, so I'll put a. It takes an hour or more to answer all the questions. An hour, because even though there's a consonant there, it's silent. So it's an hour or more to answer all the questions. Now I'm focusing on those questions. So it's the questions. And then The woman, I'm really focusing on the woman, took an hour and a half. Doesn't matter which hour. And then another half. The woman took an hour and a half. This is a sounded H. So I can go ahead and just say a half. Because she really wanted to get the job. Now we're focusing on that job. The last person, there's only one person who's last. There may be many people, but only one is the last person. So we focus on the last person. The last person to turn in an application was a man. There were other men. One of them was last. The man, now we're focusing on just that man. The man and the woman, we're focusing on just that woman. Both got the job. Just that one job, we're focusing on the job. Hooray! Okay, so if you want to look at them side by side, I'll put that there for just a second and you can see that they're there. I hope that this will help you in the future and you can check back and look at these again. See you next time.